Hey everybody, Wavejump here and welcome back to another video. First off, before we start this video, I want to go ahead and say sorry that there's no command block tutorial out this week. If you want one, go ahead and comment down below what you would want me to make as a command block tutorial, and enjoy the video. Hey everybody, what is up, Wavejump here and welcome back to another video. Now, I wanted to go ahead and create a series about creating a channel. Now, this is because I had somebody recently that I know in real life ask me about creating a YouTube channel and a bunch of different information about it, and I realized this is something that I do want to create a series on because it's really a difficult thing sometimes to figure out all the different settings and every little aspect of the YouTube channel. So it'll be everything from like creating a channel to setting all of the YouTube settings up to going ahead and, you know, checking monetization and all that. It'll be covering probably thumbnails and titles and tags. It'll kind of be like an ultimate YouTube guide, so to speak. So before I continue, I wanted to say, if you're watching this on my Wavejump Games channel, because I don't know where I'll be uploading this exactly yet, thank you as always for 716 subscribers. I've just been growing incredibly fast lately, and I'd like to thank you all for that. But anyways, let's hop into how to go ahead and create a channel, because that's the first step. Now, first off, you're going to want to go to youtube.com, go to sign in, and if you don't already have an account, you're going to create one. Alright, so once you've gotten to this step here, in this welcome, your email address is phenomenaserver@gmail.com. Sure, we can go ahead and have Google save our account information. This isn't also my usual profile. And if you won't go ahead and allow notifications, it'll mean that if anybody comments on your video, you'll get a notification. So now you'll notice, if I go to my little profile picture in the top right here, and I click YouTube settings, I'll have a little bit of information, name, and the first thing we're going to do is go ahead probably and create a channel. So we're going to click create a channel right next to our name. And we're going to, for now, we'll set the name Phenomena, because you'll notice it'll say first and last name, so we're going to set it to Phenomena. And last name we may set up later. Actually, it looks like we'd have to set one up, so in that case it will be Phenomena Server. But a lot of people wonder about how you change your channel name to something other than your actual name. That would be how you do it. But you could also go to use a business or other name. And this would be what I do with my channel, because this lets you do what's called a brand account. Now, in my case, for example, I have one email linked to like 4 different channels, only one of which is still actually in use. So brand accounts allow you to go ahead and customize a bunch more extra options. So I'm going to do the name as Phenomena, and I'm going to go ahead and wait for this next page to load, and you have added a channel to your account. So you'll notice, if I click right here, currently my only channel is Phenomena, so that's what shows up. Alright, if I go to settings here, yes, we're going to want to keep all this information private, and one of the things you can do, which we may go over more in detail later, is customize layout of our channel, but we're not going to do that now. For now, we're going to click on the video manager icon, and this will bring you to the Creator Studio. Now, if I click on dashboard up here, this is the dashboard. This will go ahead and allow you to see a bunch of information about your channel once your channel is actually up and running. Now, one thing I should mention, this is actually something that I don't really ever use, and there's a new version of Creator Studio coming out in a certain amount of time. I don't know exactly when. I actually was able to get beta access on my other account, and I may end up showing that off in a video or something, but this will change in the future because it's pretty slow right now. Under Video Manager, you'll see your videos and playlists. I'm not setting those up right now. Live streaming. Live streaming I will show off in the future, although that'll probably have to be a video where we'll have to do a lot of editing to blur stuff out. Events, again, also part of live streaming. Community. This will be where you can see all your comments right here. If somebody sends you a private message, you could see it here. If somebody, or if you could see people who show their subscriptions publicly under the subscribers section here. Under community settings, you can go ahead and do a lot of really helpful stuff here. So, this is one of the things I will go over in this thing. So, under moderators, you'll notice these users can remove comments, which will appear in your Help to Review page. So what this means is, say for example, I wanted my account, Wavejump Games, to be able to go ahead and moderate comments. So what I would do is, I would do http://youtube.com/wavejumpgames probably, and press enter. And now, Wavejump Games can remove comments and moderate my live stream chat messages. Now, I probably won't actually be using this account this Phenomena account for much, but maybe I'll do it for some server stuff. I'm also thinking this could be a cool account if people create like Let's Plays or something. If they want, I could go ahead and post them on here, and we could have it like a whole phenomena Let's Play channel type thing. Approve users, this would be, you know, something we'll probably go over later when it comes to approving comments. Hidden users, if you want to hide a user from your channel, you could do that. I've had some people who have needed to be hidden from my channel in the past, and we'll see if we come across those people in the series, but we'll see. Blocked words. If you want to not allow certain words in your comments, you can go ahead and add them here. Say for example, I didn't want somebody to be able to use copier. I could do copier and say I wanted also people not to be able to use the word potato. I could do copier, comma, potato, and any comments including those words will automatically be held to review. So what that means is that they won't show up for anybody but you, and that would be under the Creator Studio, under the comment section. Alright, so blocking links. This is something I actually do have enabled on my channel, and what this does, it means that if somebody ever posts something with a link in your comment section, it'll hold it for review. So for example, somebody posted something in my comments that was like, hey, come subscribe to my Patreon, or something like that, and that automatically blocked it. And that is something very, very useful, because while there can be really helpful things which you could go ahead and, you know, press the check on, which will go ahead and add them back into the normal comment section, there'll be a lot of comments which have URLs that you don't want, like people, like a lot of bots who will try and advertise their Instagrams or something. Alright, comments on your new videos. These are really nice to have because these are default settings. So first off, comments on your new videos. So, first off, you could allow all comments. You could hold all comments to review, disable comments, or hold potentially inappropriate comments to review. Now, you could do a couple of different things. I personally like the second option here. You know, so it'll automatically try and filter through the comments. Hold all comments to review will mean no comments will appear on your channel until you individually go through and approve the comments, or of course disapprove them. So you could do that, or you could just disable comments overall. You could also change these settings by video, but for now it's going to be the default. Comments on your channel, we're going to allow, or we're going to do the same thing, holding potentially, actually, no, we're going to do hold all comments to review. Comments on the channel has to do with the community section of your, or not the community section, I don't think that's what it's called. That's a lot of stuff. If I go to youtube.com/Waveejump here, for example, you can notice if I go to discussion, there you go, that's what it's called. It's called the discussion tab. That was loud. You'll notice, here you go, you can see a bunch of people can comment in the discussion section, but you don't, of course, have to do this. You know, it's pretty rare that people will comment here, so I'd say it's actually a good idea to hold them for review, because, you know, it's not like you're going to be looking at them that often anyway. And creator credits, this is something pretty interesting. So if I remember correctly, I think creator credits is if somebody goes ahead and creates like subtitles for your video or something, you'll go ahead and credit them, or something like that. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but you could also Google creator credits if you're super curious what exactly it is. But yeah, here you go, here's the credit section. So you could actually credit people in videos, or be credited in videos. Anyways, the channel section. This is a section that you will have to do a lot of stuff with. So, first off, you'll notice we see all of our available features. So, uploading, we can upload. Video editor, a video editor will go away then, so that's actually going to be disappearing in a future video. Monetization, live streaming, embed live streams, longer videos, unlisted and private videos, custom thumbnails, external annotations, paid content, super chat, custom URL, and content ID appeals. Now this is probably the page where you'll be doing some of the most setup, but the first thing you're going to want to do is verify your channel. Now this isn't the same as if you see a check mark next to somebody's name. This is just to allow you to use these features. So if I click verify here, I'm going to probably go ahead and cut to when I'm done with this, because essentially I have to go ahead here and have it text me a code, and obviously I don't want you all seeing my phone number, so I will cut to when I am done with that. Alright, and as you can see now, my YouTube account is now verified. So if I go back to features here, there's a little verified check. Again, not the same as what other people will see, just for you to know that you have a bunch of features enabled. So I notice if we look under our features enabled, we have a couple of different things. So first off, we need to choose our country location in order to enable monetization. I don't know why it says Afghanistan, but I am currently in the United States. Let's find that over here. And we'll go back to this advanced section again later, but we're just going to go to save and go back up over to status and features. Okay, So I notice we have a bunch of options enabled, but there are a couple disabled, so I'm going to talk about what these options that are disabled are. So monetization, first off, we have to enable this. Now in order to enable this, you have to go ahead and, well, you need at least 10,000 views to apply for monetization. So, we probably won't be able to go ahead and even enable this for a while, but I'll go ahead and go over that if we're able to do that. If not, I'll probably show you with my other account how you would maybe enable it, or, you know, lead you through how you would do it if you were able to. Anyways, live streaming. Live streaming, you'll probably want as a feature. If you click enable here, that's all you have to do. There's no extra setup. I don't know why it's disabled by default, but yeah. Now, the thing about the stream dashboard, first off, it's really nice. So there's a little bit of setup that I'll go ahead and explain to you here, but it's actually a lot easier if you have a tutorial on how to set up your streaming software, which I'll probably have in a future video. And this stream name / key, by the way, don't show it to anybody, because if you give them your stream name / key, they'll be able to stream on your channel, and put some stuff on there that you may not necessarily want. Again, we can't do monetization yet. You can't embed live streams yet because we don't have an active AdSense enabled. And in order to create an active AdSense account, you have to go ahead and create an AdSense account. So I would have to go to Start. I've read and agree to the terms above, right? Say I've already read this, right? I agree that I will not click on the Google Ads I'm serving through Google's products and services in order to fraudulently increase income. This is something I hear a lot from people. Oh, you can enable AdSense and then just click on your videos a lot. A, that won't do anything, and B, that's illegal, so don't do that. And I will not opt in any content for monetization which I do not possess sufficient rights. So if you were to upload copyrighted content, you cannot monetize it. That'll get you copyright striked and your channel may be taken down. I'm going to go to accept here, and this will go ahead and allow me to join the YouTube Partner Program. This is step 1. Alright, and of course if you're under 18 years old, there's a little article here about age requirements. So what you'll see here, you must be at least 18 years of age to participate in the AdSense program. If you are not yet 18, you might have a parent or guardian submit an application using their own Google account. If their application is approved, all payments will be made to that result. So what I go ahead and do here is next. And I would go ahead and sign in with my Google account. So what I would go ahead and do then, right, is I would go sign in. I would do something then like, you know, with that Phenomena account. My website will automatically fill in with the channel information. You can click save and continue. And if the top, by the way, is blocked off, which it should be, that's because there's some information that you're not allowed to see. And what you would go ahead and do here anyways is you would go ahead and fill in your address, state, phone number, zip code, all that information. And it's fairly simple. Now, one of the really important things to note here, and I'll go ahead and fill this in a little bit, is that if you go ahead and I just completely forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, you don't actually get paid until you get $100 from YouTube. Now there is a bit of a way around this, which I will go ahead and go over later, using something called networks. And actually I have a network, which you can find a link to down in the description below, called Freedom. If you do want to sign up for Freedom, you can go ahead and use my link in the description, because that gives me a little bit of a boost as well. But the thing is, Freedom will go ahead and allow you to go ahead and get paid earlier. You do not get as much revenue as you would get from YouTube, but if you're never going to reach $100 in the first place, you know, you might as well do that. And networks give you a bunch of other tools, but I'll go over networks in a future video. I'm also probably going to end off the video soon. But anyways, I'm going to cut to being done with filling out this information, and yeah. Alright, well I didn't realize that until now, but apparently that also went ahead and enabled monetization. So, you know, so let's go ahead and, well, that's actually a request option. So the weird thing is, you could set monetization preferences, but you won't actually be reviewed until upon reaching 10,000 views. So we won't actually finish this until a future video, because that's kind of pointless. But I may use my other account to go ahead and show you at some point about all the monetization options. Upload defaults is pretty helpful. So first off, when you upload a video, what mode do you want it to be in by default? I like it on private by default, because I use a feature called scheduled videos, and I will show you this in the future when we get to uploading videos. Now these are going to be gaming videos. The license is just going to be standard, and if we want to set a title in the description format, that could be pretty interesting. For example, on my normal channel, I have typically a format that says like exclamation mark dash 1.12 beginner command block tutorial episode 00, and that's something like my actual title format, so that when I go to upload a video, this will be the default title. So I could really easily fill it in, say for example telraw execute and title, and then episode 1. That's all I would need to do, but I don't need to set a default title now. We're not going to set a default description now either, but what you could do, for example, is on my normal channel I have something that says like enjoy the video, and then thanks, you know, to Shatter and Beta Noir on Patreon for supporting me, and then support me here, right? And actually, that reminds me, thank you, as always, to Shatter and Beta Noir on Patreon for supporting me. If you want to support me, go to patreon.com/wavejump. And below all this information, of course, you can put extra links, etc., or different information. Tags we might go over again in the future. Comments, this is what we set up earlier. Monetization, we could enable monetization with ads, but we're not going to do any ad things for now. We're going to, by default, disable all ad formats, because as you saw, we're not above whatever it was, 10,000 views. Community contributions is something I like to enable. It allows viewers to go ahead and contribute their own closed captions for your videos. So, for example, I had somebody go ahead and create Chinese subtitles for one of my command block tutorial episodes, which is really cool. Pattern certification, this you don't really need to fill out, it's not really important. Edit suggestions, I typically keep this disabled because it's kind of just annoying. Video location, this is where it was recorded, and I need to blur that out because that actually shows where I am. But you could go ahead and add a location if you want to tell people where your video was filmed. And you could go ahead and enable watch statistics on the videos, publicly visible. So for example, if you want people to be able to see how many views you got over time, you could go ahead and allow people to see that. Feature content and channel ad, obviously I can't do that yet because we don't have any videos uploaded. Branding, you could add a watermark. Now I'm of course going to probably blow this out again, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add actually a watermark here for Phenomena server. So I'm going to go to my thumbnail folder, and actually it's probably not going to be blurred out, it's going to be blacked out because I don't have any blurring thing. And I'm going to find my Phenomena server logo, and I'm going to go ahead and enable it. Now it said for us to use transparency in one color, but I actually just prefer to just link this. Yeah, there's my little watermark, and this is what you'll see in the bottom right of videos. So in this case, you'll see actually my logo in the bottom right of this video. And you go ahead and set when you want it to appear within the video. Advanced, again, this is something we'll go over a lot later. And yeah, you'll notice there's a bunch of information. Oh, here's something we want to change, is our channel avatar. And sorry if the audio is peeking out, I'm trying not to talk too loudly. We're going to go change, and edit. Now because this is a brand account, we have to edit it on Google+. Yeah, Google+. So again, sorry for this little blacked out part of the screen, but I'm going to go ahead and again select my Phenomena logo, which will go ahead and then start loading, and we're going to click done. And within a few minutes probably, the Phenomena logo will go ahead and start showing up as my logo here, but it's going to take a little while for that. Maybe in the next video, I don't know which video I'll do it in, but I'm going to create a video about going ahead and creating your logo and your banner and all that, but I don't know exactly when that'll be. Associated website. Now, if your channel is associated with a specific website, you can go ahead and add it. So see, for example, this was associated with wavejump.us, I could go ahead and do that, but I'm not going to do that because I don't need to right now, and it's kind of pointless. Also, I already have my other channel linked to that. So you know, people subscribe to my channel. You can go ahead and enable or disable this. I always keep it enabled because I think it's important to have transparency, but some people may find it useful to not display it, because for some people it may be a deterrent if they see somebody with 0 subscribers who has a video rather than somebody with, you know, like 1,000 subscribers. Right? People will automatically have different perceptions of your videos that way. Allowing your channel to appear in others' recommendations. I don't know why you wouldn't enable this, honestly, unless it's like a completely private channel, in which case I can understand it. And I'm going to actually turn down my microphone thing right now so that it can't max out. And we're going to click save. Now, Google Analytics property tracking ID. If you're doing some advanced of Google Analytics, then you go ahead and do that. But that's something that really advanced people will have. Analytics, again, we'll go over again in the future. Transcriptions and community captions. This is pretty cool. And I was talking about it earlier. If you go to create, you can go ahead and get some free music or sound effects to use in your videos. Honestly, I don't really like the free music that YouTube gives as an option for the most part. So what I like is no copyright sounds. So no copyright sounds, they're a channel that goes ahead and lets you go ahead and download music for free as long as you credit them in your videos. Say for example, in my videos as my intro song, I typically have Def Kev Invincible, and that's one of their songs. So for example, say I wanted to use, anyway, sorry if that's a bit quiet, but anyways, long story short, all you have to do is put something in your description with a text like this. They say put this exactly in your video description. I've never seen one person who's actually done that, but you should probably at least go ahead and credit the person who created the song name, music, and that's from No Copyright Sounds, and probably a link also to the video. Anyways, and that I think is what I'm going to be covering for this video. So let me know what you want me to cover in the next video. I'm probably going to cover going ahead and actually uploading a video, and eventually there are a ton of topics I want to touch on. I want to go ahead and touch on actually editing videos. I want to touch on recording videos. I want to touch on streaming. I want to touch on thumbnails and graphic design and icons and all sorts of information. I want to touch on customizing your channel to the fullest extent, maybe monetization at some point. All this information, because it's all very, very cool. And yeah. Another thing is you'll see this youtube.com/channel/whatever. One thing that you may know or may not know is that you can't actually change that until you get over, I think, 100 subscribers now, which is pretty nice. Oh, also managers. Something I'm gonna enable before I forget. You can go ahead and enable it so that users can go ahead and edit your channel. So I'm gonna go ahead here and go to Wavejump games and make it so that this essentially means, and I'm gonna go ahead and set this as an owner. This will go ahead and make it so that Wavejump Games can also edit this account. Pretty cool. That's how brand accounts work. And then for my other account, I go ahead and approve that. And we're gonna go ahead and check really quick. I'll cover connecting to social media in the future. And we're just gonna go through here. Oh yeah, notifications. Probably only want required service announcement emails, unless you want to get spammed by YouTube. Don't want it to occasionally notify with new videos from free subscriptions, probably. And I personally only, yeah, there we go, there's that. Go to playback. That's just personal settings, and if you're connecting it to a TV, that's how you do that. Anyways, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, go ahead and leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to create a series out of this, most likely. And of course, if you want to go ahead and see more out of this series, let me know. Let me know what you want to see me cover next, because I feel like this will be a really helpful guide for those of you who want to learn how to YouTube. Obviously, it's not like I'm over 1,000 subscribers, but I've been doing YouTube for years now, and so I do know the YouTube system pretty well. Anyways, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Bye!